started off with a bang. Firstly, with a wonderful opening ceremony, plenty of music, plenty of dancing. And then it was Mumbai who was sent in to bat. And with the blade, were able to post over 200 runs, 207 runs, in fact. It was almost similar to what we saw in the inaugural match in Chinnaswamy Stadium with Kolkata Knight Riders and Baz McCullum going big. Then Mumbai, their bowlers stepped up and they were able to really reduce Gujarat, and they won quite comfortably by 143 runs. The game was won for Mumbai Indians. I think it was the partnership between Harmanpreet Kaur and Mealy Kerr. They both came in around the 10th, 11th over, and they were able to put on 89 off 42 deliveries. So 2 new batters in, and they were able to go straight away, go really hard. I do think Gujarat bowled some slot deliveries that got absolutely met. And the fact that Harmanpreet Kaur only scored 14 boundaries, there was no sixes in there, just shows you that she was able to bring her form, I guess, from the semi-final into the first game of the WPL. That's where the game was won for Mumbai Indians, and posting 207 is always a daunting task. And then the game was lost by Gujarat at the start of their batting innings when Beth Mooney went down, and then they lost 3 quick wickets. They were always behind the 8 ball, and they kind of required 14 runs, from 4th or 5th over onwards. Mumbai's captain Harmanpreet Kaur, and it was a great innings to see, because we all saw the disappointment from the T20 World Cup semi-final where she nearly got India across the line against the Australians, and tears were flowing. Just shows you the resilience of her to be able to park that disappointment and then come into the inaugural match. And with all of the hype around WPL, was able to compose herself. And it wasn't just a bludgeoning innings. There was touch, there was timing. I mean, one thing about D.Y. Patel is the fact that it is a fast outfield and an absolute highway. So it's a batter's paradise, and she was able to really capitalise. The standout moment might be, especially for Gujarat, the fact that their skipper, Beth Mooney, within the first over, went to take off for a quick single and looked like she did her calf. Now, it's not a great hunting ground for the Australians, because you have to cast your mind back to December 17 when Elisa Healy did something very similar. She was out of the game for probably 6 weeks. So if it's something similar, then all of a sudden Gujarat lose their skipper, their opening bat, and their wicket keeper, which is a huge blow when they're just starting the tournament. Well, with the first game done and dusted, the table will obviously see Mumbai ahead, but look out for that net run rate. Huge net run rate positive for Mumbai, and for Gujarat, really low. So they're going to have to work extremely hard for the next matches to be able to kind of eat into that deficit. But Mumbai have come out strongly. On Sunday, we'll see our first doubleheader. It is RCB taking on Delhi. And then in the evening, it's the new side, UP Warriors, taking on Gujarat, who have to turn around really quickly. Just focusing on the first game, RCB and Delhi, you've got Lanning versus Smriti Mandana, Marazan Cap from Delhi, Elise Perry from the Bangalore side. So there are going to be some big names. Certainly watch out for that big contest. Obviously, parochial fans will come out and support those two sides. And then in the evening, the UP Warriors led by Elisa Healy and Gujarat, who I assume will be led by Sneh Rana. They're going to have to make a lot of changes, but for the Warriors, it's a new opportunity for them, some young players to watch out for, some wonderful Indian batters within that. Talia McGrath, Grace Harris, Shabnam Ismail are the international, Sophie Eccleston, and then you've got from Gujarat, you'd expect bigger and better performances from Ash Gardner, who unfortunately didn't register any runs with the bat in hand but bowled beautifully. And then maybe a Shushma Verma behind the stumps to take over from Beth Mooney. But plenty on offer for all four sides.